My name's Brett Mitchell, but you can call me Brett. They call me the car guy around town. If we come over here, this is my old Bertha. She gets me around town. And today we're gonna go to the gas station. So, get your keys and we can buckle up. Follow me. Hi, this is the inside of old Bertha. Today we're going to Quick Trip 360 down the road. Let's hit it. I'll see you later. Oh no, it looks like I'm all out of gas. But gas is pretty expensive. The lucky thing, I have just the right amount of gas to get to the BP across town. Let's check it out. Now just you wait. Is that the right idea? Let's do the math and find out. Well, hello. It does seem that we're in the blue room. I'll hand the mic off to Brett. Thanks, Brett. Let's start off by looking at our locations. If we look on this map, you'll see that I am at Quick Trip 360. If I were to drive home and get the gas at Quick Trip 360, it would be just about 2.6 miles to get home. But if I were to drive across town to the BP, it would then add up to 6.4 miles to get across town. To start off with my control group, which is staying at Quick Trip, we have to know what the stats of my car are. Bertha is a Subaru Outback from 2009 and she has an 18.5 gallon tank and she runs at 20 miles per gallon. At Quick Trip, it is 3.54 and 9/10 for a gallon of gas, and it takes 2.6 miles to drive home. The first thing we have to figure out is the price to fill up the rest of the tank, so then we can figure out the price to get home and add those values together. To find the gas left in the tank, we have to take the total gas tank size and then subtract the amount of gallons to get across town. We know this because there is the perfect amount of gas currently in the tank to get to the BP. To solve for the amount of gas to get to the BP, we have to take the amount of gallons to miles that my car runs at, which is 1 gallon for every 20 miles, and multiply that times the amount of miles it takes to get to the BP, which is 3.2 miles. This is equal to 0.16 gallons, which then we can subtract from 18.5 gallons. This is equal to 18.34 gallons. This means that there's 18.34 gallons left to fill the tank if we are at the Quick Trip. After finding out the amount of gallons to fill the tank, we have to find out the price to fill up the rest of the tank. We do this by multiplying the amount of gallons in the tank times the price per gallon. This is then equal to $65.09. In addition to the price to fill up the tank, we have to add on the price to get home after filling up the tank. The price to get home is the gallon to miles, which is 1 gallon for every 20 miles, times the amount of miles to get home, which then solves for how many gallons it takes to get home, times the amount of money, dollars per gallon. So this is 1 gallon for every 20 miles times 2.6 miles times $3.54 and 9/10, which is equal to 46 cents. Adding this value on to $65.09, we have $65.09 plus 46 cents equals $65.55. Now this is the price to fill up the tank at Quick Trip and then to drive home. All right, now we're on to our experimental group, which is driving to the BP. First, we have to look at the Bertha stats. So we already know that she has an 18.5 gallon tank and runs at 20 miles per gallon. We also know that at the BP, it is $3.39 and 9/10 for a gallon of gas. And in total, to drive to the BP across town and to home, it is 6.4 miles to drive. And because it is a perfect amount of gas, to get to the BP, there's 18.5 gallons left to fill the entire tank. So first, we have to find out the price to fill up the tank. To find this, we have to do 18.5 gallons, which is the amount of gas left in the tank, times the price per gallon, which is $3.39 and 9/10. This is equal to $62.88. Next, we have to find the price to get home and add it on to the price to fill up the tank. To do this, we have to find the miles per gallon or gallon per mile. So it's 1 gallon for every 20 miles. Multiply this times the distance to get home from the BP, which is 3.2 miles. And then multiply it times the price per gallon, which is $3.39 and 9/10. This equates to $1.09. Adding this value onto the price to fill up the tank, we get $63.97. So our final question, is it worth it to drive across town? Due to the price to stay at Kwik Trip is $65.55, and the price to go across town is $63.97. The answer is yes. Hooray! Wow! And I thought, could I find out this answer with any gas station compared to the Kwik Trip? If I were to drive to any gas station, how would I know if it's worth it? So I condensed it down to this equation, which is AB plus AX over C. I found that if I were to plug certain values into each of these variables, and if it is less than or greater to $65.55, which is the value of buying gas from Kwik Trip, then I can find if it is worth it to go to any gas station from the Kwik Trip. The A value within this inequality represents the price per gallon at this gas station. The B value is equal to the amount of gallons that you need to fill up your tank. So if your tank size is, let's say, 20 gallons, and you need to fill up half of it, then your B value would be equal to 10. And finally, your C is the miles per gallon that your car runs at. So mine runs at 20 miles per gallon. So that would mean that I would plug in 20 as my value. So multiplying A and B together solves for the price to fill up your tank. AX divided by C solves for the price to get home. X being the amount of miles the gas station is from your house. Since we know it's worth it to go to the BP, let's drive to BP. As you can see, that's a better price. Thanks.